One of these days I'm going to learn how to do this the right way. Boogie with the Bull, Tuesday night live. Boogie with the Bull Uncensored. Dave Morgan here on the Dave Morgan profile here on Facebook, on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. Come join us over there. Jen Woodruff, Randy Rhodes, Jerry Michaels may join us. Mickey Young was invited to join us. Michael Stewart was invited to join us. Chuck Cook cannot join us tonight. He has stakes at home. He is taken care of tonight. And that there's going to be a open discussion broadcast, basically talking about politics and or whatever comes out of our mouths. I know everybody is still talking about the drones over the United States of America, where they are from, what they are doing. Hoping that the Biden administration will tell us exactly what is going on, but expecting that they won't, because Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas basically said if there was a problem, they would take care of it. So because they're not taking care of it, there must not be any problem. They're well aware of what is happening, and it just seems like, I don't know. And if you read news that is happening or has happened within the last 24 hours, it appears that President Biden and President Ping of China have extended the agreement that they had to share all kinds of technology between the two countries for another 5 years. Would incoming President Trump agree to do that if uh, that was up? I honestly don't know. Uh, if I was president right now, I don't honestly know if I would do it right now, because I don't believe that it's a fair partnership. China has said they use the technology they get from us to help improve their weapons and you know, defend China. And we all know that we use our technology to build weapons to defend us. So I don't know if the two rivals can actually meet and talk and work it all out and share uh, for the benefit of each other. I don't know if there is any benefit of each other anymore. Uh, how that ties into the drones, I don't know. Maybe some drones are here from China, but I believe at this point that our military would take them down if that's what they had knowledge of. And I don't know. The media blackout. We're only going to get told no between now and January 20th, when Joe Biden no longer has any authority to make any decisions, and Kamala Harris is no longer the border czar. What will happen with the border? And I segue into the border. What will happen with the border? I honestly don't know. And if I was the Speaker of the House of Representatives right now, I believe I would have the President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden Jr., sitting in front of me in a chamber hearing room, trying to explain to me why he, as President of the United States, is auctioning off Trump border wall panels for like $5. Unused panels that he, I guess, is telling people we're just not ever going to use, so we've decided to sell them. Every United States taxpayer ought to be standing around the White House with the most brightest high beam lights you could have, shining inside the White House to try to get the president to come out and explain to us how he, as president, has any authority to sell panels that cost us lots more than $5 to anybody he wants to for $5, and make it so that when President Trump is back, he's going to have to go through Congress and ask for money for panels that they already paid for. Okay. Second time Joe Biden has done something, as far as I'm concerned, in his history of being president that he technically didn't have authority to do. And no spank, no nothing, just, thanks, Joe. We'll sit back and wait and see if you can do something again. Completed a good portion of our strategic oil reserves by selling it to China well below international market prices for oil, violated the rules of the game that say a president, who I forget what the name of the organization is allowed to give from our strategic oil reserves to another member of this organization as long as that other country is like out of oil, doesn't have it, or has an option, or there is a good chance that that country could run out of oil. And China is in no way and was in no way at a point where they could not have uh, enough oil. Stand by for a second. I got to do something more than. I think Randy Rhodes is here with us, and I'm going to send Randy. Tell us what he's doing exciting to do, and I'm going to send out a link that I have to send out by email. So. Tell us what is new and exciting while I send out an email. Randy?
Are you talking to me? I can't hear you too well.
Okay, you can't hear me good? Okay, you cannot hear me?
You're a little blurry, a little
How's that? Is that
much better.
okay? Well, then we'll figure out something. We'll figure out. Tell everybody what is new and exciting with Randy Rhodes while I send out a link which has to go.
Okay, so now your mouth is moving. There's no words coming out like in a Japanese movie. Hey, David Novar, Michael Anthony, why don't you come and join us? Bobby, Michael Anthony, good to see you, Bobby. Good to see you, Michael Anthony. Good to see you. Come on board. We're looking to see our friends together. We're going to get together and have a good old time. Come on, Michael. Why don't you join us? We're having a good old time. Just being together. Just you and me. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2. Who's your friend? It's Nikki and Jerry. It's Nikki and Jerry and Mike. They're our friends. Come on board. Yeah. Anyways, so I guess it's just me for now. So, folks, have you been following the damn drones? Um, I'm hearing all kinds of reports. Like, for example, they're the size of a bus, an SUV, a pickup truck. And one person said that when they fly overhead, anything that has batteries dies. It's like a ghost trying to materialize in your room and it's sucking all the energy out of the room to get the energy it needs to make itself known. It flies faster than our jet fighters. Imagine that. There's no way in hell I would imagine someone can buy a drone that flies faster than our jet fighters. But here you have it. You're
Okay,
claiming you are, and that's bullshit.
time. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine now.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I don't know what the problem was, but
Nice and
that's
clear.
what we that's what we had to do. All right, someone is waiting to come in. Jerry Michaels is waiting to come in. So hang on. Jerry Michaels is now here. So I'm going to continue the opening comments. And like I said, I have a link that I have to send out by email.
So Jerry, while he's doing this thing, I was just talking about these damn drones that our government and our military is not telling the people the truth about. I'm hearing things like it's the size of an SUV, a bus, a pickup truck. One person said that when it flew over his house, he had a small drone of his own that he sent up to try and video it, and the other drone drained the battery down to zero on his drone, and his drone fell to the ground. Um, and that one person said it flew faster than his jet fighter. So why is the military and the government keeping the shit from us? Someone's going to shoot it down with something powerful, and someone's going to get hurt.
Well, somebody's going to shoot it down, and within 20 minutes, there's going to be so many police in his front yard. He's not going to know what he's going to. It's like going to be his worst nightmare. And I suspect it's ours. There's coming out today saying they're from spies from China. China don't do this kind of shit. They'll send one or something from one of their farmlands next to a military base or something. I don't believe it's China. I believe it's us. And I think the military and the government does this all the time. So this is nothing new. It's just kind of big because it's what people are talking about.
So that's the thing. It's us then. So if it's us, then why the hell are they keeping us in the dark? What are they hiding?
Because they're us, and the Biden administration obviously wants to keep us in the dark as much as they can. I subscribe to a theory in looking into it from what I've seen that it is us, but it is us doing some high level training exercises that they don't need to let us know that they're doing. Honestly, at this point, I think if it was a foreign government drone, I think anybody who has a drone in the United States that heard it was a foreign government drone would probably be trying to get up there, sit down somehow. I mean, I don't know.
I know one.
But my Orcus did say yesterday or Sunday, I believe, that they know when a drone takes off, they know where it took off from, where it's registered to, and they can, even before it lands back where it's supposed to be in most cases, have the F3 letter agency and the state police, the county sheriff, and everybody at the door waiting to investigate it.
Yeah, but these drones are supposedly landing in water. One reporter asked Trump, has he received top level hearing about what these drones are and so forth? And he said that he cannot answer that question. So that there to me is a yes. He's been told what they are, and he himself can't say what they are to us, the people.
Okay. Jerry?
Hey, Michael.
Jerry, follow-up comment?
Yeah, they said the other day they know exactly who it is. The day before they say they have no idea who it is. They're just playing a game.
Okay. Michael Anthony joins. Okay, Michael Anthony joins us, and what are your thoughts? I mean, does our government know who it is? Is it our government? Is it other governments?
They know exactly where they came from. They know exactly what they are. And I'll say what Trump said. There's something strange here. And that should tell you that we're dealing with probably scenarios beyond what he is willing to release to the public at this time. I'm only repeating exactly, basically what he says. And yes, are people's drones dropping? Yes. Are they going into the water? Yes. Not only that, not only that, this may be key important. If you look at timelines, if anybody even knows what the fabric of what that is when they get close to clocks, cars,
Yeah.
everything starts to work different. And we've heard that from the time of Barney Hill. We've heard that from other stories where, we were working near or close to objects. I'll just say that. Now, I'm not saying that it's objects from elsewhere. What I'm saying is there's a technology within that does distort time. And it seems like everybody's clocks were magically changing to the same time frequency, same time element, which means are they capable of doing something more than what we understand? And I think that's why when Trump said, this is a very strange scenario, he was making references to other things. And as I tried to bring information over the last couple weeks, and I apologize to you, Jerry. I still can't take anything, lift it, and tag it to anybody. It just won't let me do it. I mean, I was supposed to be out of whatever this new sentencing of jail 2 days ago, and I'm still within it. I wrote to them and said, "Hey, okay, you find me guilty of something that you're not proving or you're not showing me. You removed it. You're not telling me what it was. Um, you know, I did what you asked. Reboot me, reboot my page." And they didn't answer me. So
Yeah.
I think they know I'm talking about the system of the system, which is right here. Only what we see on the surface of the internet is 3%. The other goes back to military and DARPA. It's under one control computer system, DARPA. It controls everything, which is Project Alice, which is also now broke news today, just today. Super intelligence Willow, Google has now announced that they have stepped into the arena with an intelligence of a computer that got answers most recently, not from anything that we had answers for on this planet of Earth from any dictionary, from any source ever, but it got the answer from elsewhere. So, what is that computer about? What is that capability about? Or did they by accident come across something in their technology that is even more enormous than what we could imagine of its capabilities, which means it's crossing time patterns or maybe crossing dimensions? Now, I'm only giving you what they actually said. That was their own reporting of their own technology called Project Willow. So here we are looking at all these things that are going on. But Trump, as he said, they could not only track it, they can track it to where it went to after it was finished doing whatever it was doing. Now, the other point and factor is you had LIDAR beams being detected, and we had ground penetrating radar readings coming from some of them. So if you say it's the White Hat, it's looking under the military bases for tunnels and other things like that. I guess that part could be true. It just depends really upon the truth behind it. And not one of us have it. But we can bring evidences of possibilities. Go ahead, guys. It's yours.
Sorry, I turned my mic off, Jerry.
And I heard what you're saying. I saw this video, this lady who was saying exactly what you're saying, Michael, that all her clocks were going backwards.
And we know that there is a backwards reference to the calendar, the 13 true months. 28 days per month, 13 true. And then we went to the Gregorian calendar, and then we took days out of the year. And then we also took days out of past time. And if you do the mathematics, there's 1,000 years in difference from the earliest till now. So you got that laying over you. What's going on? What are they doing? And then you got the Pope on Christmas Eve that has said and committed to opening the 5 portals under the dome. I mean, there's a lot going on here, and you can look at it as sci-fi as you want. I'm looking at it the same way you guys are. This is what the fuck is going. I mean, I get it, but I also haven't brought the other people forward yet that I'm in contact with who will be coming on. They will be able to cover some, but I don't know if they're going to be able to cover all. But we do know that there are things in play. There are things definitely in play. And Trump knows he's going to be a cushion, and we're going to need every ounce of intelligence. But why? The big question is the why. We do know when the when is April 14, 2029. And my guys are telling me, I swear to you, and this isn't like I'm trying to be out there saying I got a source. It's not. No, these are people that I'm tied to in a different way than that. And they were there in the room where this date was given. So, you go and trust when you trust to work with your brothers.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to take for the public to finally get the answers we're looking for?
Regarding this?
Yeah, regarding the drones.
I don't see any answers to anything coming forth, not in a public way, not from anybody of importance, because you got to step over citizen journalism here. This has to come from a president's mouth.
I agree. Hey, I was watching your show the other day when you had that guy on.
Yeah, that's part of the system of what's going on, this infiltration of microorganism intelligences that we know is coming out of the Milky Way. NASA's majorly into this, investigating it. I know it's hard to take all this in, but what's in the skies wasn't put up there because I didn't know something wasn't going to happen. Okay, I'm just going to say that for anybody who hasn't still gotten why I've done some of the things that I've done and where and why I've gotten them.
What I wanted to say was,
get back here, Jerry.
I tried writing down the information that he was giving, but the conversation is going too fast. Is there any way that you can text me or put it into the comment section, the name of the books or his sites, so I can go and check them out and so forth?
I have all the videos of everything in my contacts. I can't send nothing. You'll have to come to where I am, sit down with me, and get your mind blown.
I ain't got much of money to blow. Okay, yeah.
And I got more coming, brother. I promise. It's just there's you got to be in agreement where everybody's good with the clarity. Right now, we're not at that point yet. It's the holidays. I have someone that's only been given so much time. Not family member, but a blood brother, and I got to allow for them to go in the direction that they need to go in the direction right now. But they're not going nowhere. And there's plenty of time to get all this out and get it done. But I just don't know when and how fast. The only thing I can tell you is go back, re-listen to it.
And then, yeah, right, yeah, okay.
But Randy, I promise you, I could bring something up right now, and it's pages and archives of videos on top of videos of this intelligence. And it's not with the physical eye that you always see this component. That's the crazy part. It's an invisible physical force. They were able to shoot it down. But the point was, in the process of when, by accident or intention, the one shot made it and was bringing one of them down, the other ones around it rescued it and took off with it.
I heard that rescue them. So I would take from that there must be some intelligent life form inside that ship. Otherwise, I would think they would allow us to retrieve the technology or if they didn't want us having it, that they would have the ability to, fire a laser gun at it and blow it up. What do you think about that?
Say that one more time because I was taking a hit of a cigarette and my mind was wandering a little. I apologize for that. Could you please ask again?
Yeah. So the fact that they rescued the ship would tell me that there must be some intelligent life form inside that ship that they wanted to save. Because if there was no one inside the ship, they would either leave us the remains of the crash to figure out what we can figure out, or if they didn't want us to have it, they would have the ability to destroy it by shooting some kind of laser cannon at it.
Yeah, I mean, the possibility is endless when you look at the things. But again, it seemed that the shot was but it happened by accident, much to the surprise of the person who took the shot. I don't know. These are just things that I don't think we can conclusively come uh, to a resolution of a proper answer. I just don't feel that we can at this time. But the point is, there's a lot of people within the know of big name who understand a lot of what we are now seeing. And I'm doing my best to bring it out. And I think the closer that I'm getting to the end of what's necessary is why, I can't even do anything, except what I can do is play it, re-videotape it, and have somebody else do the uploads. So that's my next step. I'll have another name do it, and I'll tell people where to go. And it's going to be up to guys like you and the rest of the people in the world that want to understand this, who followed it, to say, okay, this really does need to get out there. And if you don't believe in it, why is the white Pope, and I'm not talking about a cultural color of skin here, but why is the white Pope of the Vatican announcing he's going to open the 5 portals under the dome? I mean, he's talking about doing this Christmas Eve. Is this the rebirth, the coming of? Is this the beginning of? That's the scenario. That's the same. Remember, he was the one that said, me as the Pope, I would welcome our alien brothers and friends and baptize them. So that takes you back to biblical content of what happened in the garden. And was it the fact that one was upset that the information was given through the apple and imprisoned the planet through all these years? And the one that they think was the serpent was the one trying to give light for humanity to survive here. So there's a reverse narrative here. And all I'm saying is I'm not pushing this on anybody. I'm saying we now need to also look at other things subjectively and even more thoroughly. And I'm not saying I know this. I'm trying to lay it out the way I go with my instincts on my thoughts and the research and what ties to what and what ties to where,
Interesting. Anyone in the live chat have comments? Please feel free to make comments. I guess we had some audio issue on my end, and I had to use me.
I don't even see your comments tonight, Dave.
I haven't made any comments.
No, I'm just saying. Usually there's a comment box up. Wait a minute. Hold on. This may be me. Hold on.
What, you mean the?
I full screened it and now it's there. Okay. No, I'm sorry. It was me.
Okay, that's all right. It's just going around all over the place. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, and I want to apologize if I caused Jerry to leave. I'm hoping he just went to get a drink or something,
No, he's not feeling well. He honestly is not feeling well. I wanted him to be on tonight. I wanted him to be a part of it. I am the same, not feeling well with the cold or whatever is going around. I missed my share of the American Rebellions, so I was looking forward to having him be a part of our broadcast tonight, but I'm sure we will get him back in the future. I want to say good evening to Daryl Rector, who is watching. Danny is watching. Dr. Leslie is watching. Dave LeVar. Dr. Dave LeVar is watching. Barbara Emmons is watching, and I think that just about covers. That just about covers it. Daryl, if you want, I will send you a link. You're more than welcome to join us if you wish. It's up to you. Let me know, and continue having what promises to be a very interesting conversation because I think people want answers about the drones. I don't know, they're not getting the answers that they want from where they should get the answers from. So we got to kind of assemble our own panel of experts that will come in here and hopefully share what they know and invite us. And we have Michael Anthony here to talk about that.
Yeah.
So we'll also move into other topics that Michael has done recently. And the floor is open for ideas. Daryl just got home. He's very so okay. Daryl, if you clean up and you're ready to rock and roll, you're ready to you're more than welcome to join us and be a part of the broadcast. Go ahead, Daryl.
Why don't we talk about this? She's either 15 or 17, but this, I guess she's supposed to be a transgender who shot up her school.
Yeah.
Right now, the police claim they know why, but they're not ready to release it to the public. Um, and at this point, the parents are not being charged with negligence with regards to the gun and so forth. So I guess my question is, where does kid get? I guess with a handgun that she carried into her classroom, and during the study hall time is when she opened up and started shooting people.
Yeah, I've heard. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
Guns are in the home, and parents having a actual gun owner has a responsibility to make sure the guns are stored and not able to just be grabbed by anybody willy-nilly and walk out of the home. I mean, this goes back to Sandy Hook. Adam Lanza evidently asked for the key to the gun cabinet the day Sandy Hook happened, and his brother wouldn't give it to him, so he shot her, killed her, and then helped himself to whatever guns he needed. Obviously, if this kid lives at home, knows the guns are in the home, knows the gun where guns are, may know the combination of a gun cabinet or a gun locker, and maybe I don't know. All I do know on this is that a lot of the reason why the police are not talking or releasing a whole lot of information right now is evidently there was a manifesto found that may explain why this person did it, and they may not have finished processing that and questioning the person about it. So what I am going to say is, we are failing our children. Is our children only way to make a statement or end things happening to them in their life is to take a gun and go shoot people? Then we as parents, grandparents, and whatever are failing seriously the next generation. And maybe this move by the Biden Department of Indoctrination to indoctrinate people into the transgender culture is part of it. I don't know. Maybe people's brains can only and they snap. But we're not doing something right. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're not doing something right.
Well, there's a lot of ways you could point the finger, but look what we fought for the last 4 years. We were doing things right. We really were. The problem was there was a period of time, I guess, where other things were going on in a lot of people's lives, and you get busy in that, you miss things. I don't know what makes people flip on that switch that way. I really don't. And it's so sad to hear about these things. And hey, Randy, I looked you up on here's what's going on. When I go on and I look at anybody's friend, I don't have a message box anymore to message them. So what I did do was I tried to look you up the old way. And can you tell me if you got anything under Randall Rhodes and Messenger? All right, I don't know. Did Dave fall asleep there? Oh, okay, there he's back. I thought maybe he put his head down for a while. I wasn't sure what we were looking at, brother. I'm sorry.
Is this mic any better? Because
well, you know, Dave, sometimes it seems like you're clustered in the background.
Well, no, sometimes I'm talking in the background. My mic is off and I'm not doing something, or my mic is on and I'm not talking because
that's not the case here, my brother. Yeah, that's not the case. It seems a little odd. Don't worry about it. Randy, did you get me an answer on that?
The last thing I have from you, Michael, was on December 7th.
All right, try to send me a hello.
Yeah, hello, Dolly.
Anyway.
So I'm sending it to the Michael Anthony, and the profile picture is outdoors and some kind of dead tree or something.
All right, I'm going to try a different way. Let me see if I can text it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do that.
I just sent you hello.
Okay. All right, I'm not getting no
bubble. So you guys try to go ahead and figure out getting messages passed to each other. Let's carry on a conversation. Danielle,
keep it going. Go ahead.
The shooter is not trans. She was born a female, staying a female, had a boyfriend in her manifesto. She said she conned and lied to her stupid dad, and she hates humanity. My question was, she on meds? I honestly don't know. And you know what?
Try your
med discussion is the med discussion is 6 of one and a half dozen of the other. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just put people on meds because they don't know anything else to do.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
There's definitely something wrong with a 15-year-old child deciding the only way out is to take a gun and go into a room and shoot people. I mean, it's wrong for anybody, but
right. Well, the failure right now, in my mind, is a lot of parents are seeing a lot of devastating things happening with this primary example of what we just seen once again. And if they don't know, if they have things in their home and they're not putting them under proper lock and key, they should be held as guilty as the party doing the triggering. And so I think we are failing there. I will agree with you there, Dave, because this is a lot of finger pointing going back and forth in different ways. It saddens me, that people have to celebrate, another Christmas with, devastation like this. But parents need to know, if you have things in your home, put them under lock and damn key, please.
Oh, I'm there. Not here. I can't hear. I can't hear myself.
Now. Can you hear now? Nope, she froze. Okay. Just a night of technical issues all the way around. Jen, you froze. Let's do this. Let's send you out. Come back in again, Jen, and we'll see if we can get you.
Just for one quick minute, because we're not trying to stay in tune with the show for you. Randy, are you starting to see like a lot of information referring to some of the videos?
Yes.
How many videos did you? I mean, there's a lot of them, right?
1, 2, I got 4.
There should be a lot more than that. Can you open it somehow?
Oh, there they are. Yeah, plus 26.
Okay, there you go. There you go. That's only one part of the first file. You don't want to look at them all. It's too much.
Okay.
But that'll give you some direction. How you deal with it, how you comprehend it. I don't know what else to say. But on the other side of the flip switch, as you see a couple days ago, where ABC is going to give Trump over a litigation, defamatory statements, some bullshit like that, $16 million. And Trump's going to donate
15 million.
No, 16, and 15 is going to be donated. 1 million is going to be kept for the cost of his representation of his attorneys.
Yeah.
Did you see the one?
Goes to the Trump library.
Did you see the one news?
I don't think that's correct, but you might be. Okay. What?
Okay, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. I apologize. I'm just saying that's not how his office made the announcement. I'm going by his constituents, not by media.
Well, I'm going to an article that interviewed members of his staff who basically said, and I don't know if they're telling the truth either, obviously, the way tonight is going, but evidently 15 million of the 16 million was going to go to the Trump library, and 1 million, I believe, was to cover his attorney fees suing and winning the $16 million judgment.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Six,
I mean,
of one and a half dozen of the other. What they tell you is what they tell me, and right.
How I got it from who I got it from when I heard it was the intentions of that money was to give back to the Americans. They will reap the rewards, and he wants nothing for it, just like his paycheck. It's going to be blended out somehow that way. I don't see it on the library. But again, you could be right. I mean, look at what we're living in, this world of turmoil, and that's why we keep fighting the battle.
Jen, if you can get back in, try to come back in. You froze, and I don't know.
So Dave, Dave, you were saying earlier that you were having some audio issues with the one new server I was using to try and do a live broadcast.
No, what the vocals were echoing, and when you said maybe it was because you weren't wearing headphones, that could quite possibly be what it was. But if you were playing audio through whichever live stream service you were using, and you the broadcast without headphones on, and the audio is going back into the mic, your webcam mic, your tower mic, and your mic on your desk, then it could feed back. But I only said it because I was hearing it. It could be on my end. It could have just been on my end. No one else.
You probably are corrected because I was listening to the music through my speaker bar and talking to the folks using my microphone. Yeah. So it's possible my microphone was also my speaker bar. I don't know. Anyway,
what you need to do is do the audio through your headphones, and that way your microphone doesn't pick it up.
I just like the fact that I've actually finally found a service that allows me to use my 1080 camera, because Restream wanted me to use the high def camera.
Stop talking.
I had to pay $40 for it.
Gotta stop. Okay, if you can make everything quiet in the background, that would be good. I can't hear anything, Ben. If they're talking, I can't hear.
Jen, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
She said she couldn't, Dave.
Okay, then I will.
It's good. Thank you.
I'm assuming it is on her end. And Jen, did you freeze again?
I think she did, Dave.
All right, well, then we'll just do this and hopefully we get it all figured out. I don't know. Maybe it's my fault for just taking some time off and not doing what I should have done last week or so. But we will get it all figured out, and we will continue to do this. There's a lot of information that people.
I got a question for Mike.
Okay.
I heard a broadcast. It was probably through one of those reels on Facebook, but they're talking about I don't call it a swarm, but a series of ships headed our way out of space, from outer space, uh, like 100 or so of these ships headed our way within the next 5 years at the current rate of speed. Have you heard anything about that?
Well, there's a lot of things going around. The return of Nebrew and you know that yeah, and that's part of the scenario of stories that are going on out there. I don't know exactly who was the source behind them because they don't really give that. Like when I do something, I really try to bring the guest on so I can at least validate my findings with their story through them, and they can do their presentation and I can ask questions. In some of these cases, I would like to be able to do that. I'm aware of some of these stories, but I don't know the factuality behind all of them. But I will say, if everything is what it is of what we have learned, and I don't believe it all by any means, but if this is actually something factual, when we look up and we see something in this blank black space of vastness, uh, you know, I don't think we're alone by any means at all. And knowing that we have had crash retrievals, that says a lot. Knowing that we have movies like Contact, where we've had Blue Book involved on them, that gives validation as well as testimonials from the whistleblowers and deathbed confessions and military high up people who were the ones that were actually the closest to all this. Having that young, I'm going to call her a young lady friend that I have, Paula Harris. And the investigations that she did, foot on the ground, feet on the ground, work, turning over every stone, knocking on every door, working with the most incredible people in the ufology community, like Jacques Villay and Clifford Stone and different people like that. It's, these, and this is the information to me of what were known as the heroes, because they were the ones closest in that time period of the source of the information. They had their hands closest. Now, all these years later, if we go, there's nothing left really to go look at except the site, because so many people have metal detected these sites. So many people have knocked on the doors already. The people are either gone, family doesn't want to talk about it, things of that nature. So when the information was available, it was available 50, 60 years ago, depending upon the incidents. And we know incidents have been occurring since 1930, including abduction reports. They just don't let them get out there. And a lot of people think these abductions are just something of the past 20, 25, 30 years. And that's not true. Triple that number. Triple that goddamn number. I'm telling you. And not only that, if you go into some of the biblical contents of some of the books out there, and, take a look, see what they actually say, see what's written, pay close attention. And there are people that do that type of work in theology and bibliology and whatnot. I'm one of them as well. That's why I say these dots connect everywhere. And it goes back to the beginning of what we understand about everything, but not so much what we understand about anything.
Okay. I just hope I live long enough to see their return. I think that would, that would be the epic of my being alive on this earth. Seeing that happen.
See, now that would scare the crap out of me, the hijibis, and I'll tell you why. If you look at it based upon what history told us during that time, you think slavery's bad now?
Well, I mean, I'm hoping that they come with good intentions, but they can be coming for the fact that they need slaves to, work their factories, to build their ships, or they might need us for food. Who knows? But to live all this time and hearing and seeing about ghosts Bigfoot, UFOs, aliens, grays and whites, and all the variations thereof, the time travelers. I would love to just be able to see something to give validity to what I'm hearing, and obviously having to take, with a grain of salt, the reality of what it actually is. I don't deny they're there. I just love to see them. Hey, just fly past my house, say hi, then take it off. Something like that. But I don't think I'll live that long. But who never knows? I mean, with all that's going on right now, the frequency of the ships that we're seeing, besides those damn drones that are supposed to be man-made, that Trump can't talk about for some reason. The fact that he can't talk about it scares the shit out of me.
Well, that's part of his oath. And remember, he's won everything because he let the acts of law be on his side, and he's prevailed from that. You can call it a miracle from the skies or anything else that you want, but he's always let the rule of thumb of the law work for him. And he, again, just 2 days ago, he was victorious again by doing that in the amount of $16 million. So we're going to see a pattern. But again, he once also said in a statement, if the information is so terribly harmful or frightful, I will probably not speak about it. I think he would allow time to do what's necessary. And if we were to have an observance of something of such a concern like the Independence Day movie, then of course, sit down at the chessboard and start refiguring where you're going. And I think at that point, he would then say, there's a national security threat, not a problem about talking about it any longer. And we see what the Biden administration does, what they're doing. They're trying to sell the wall, all these different things. I said that would be criminal if anybody would even want to buy it from our government, within the United States. And to me, that knowing that you would participate in buying or purchasing something for pennies on the dollar that we spent billions of dollars, billions and billions and billions and billions on, that would be criminal. And that's kind of the way I look at this scenario also, if that makes any sense. That's just the way I'm saying it. And I got video, I got some videos and stuff that actually reflect into that too, that back that up, because he's talked about a lot of these things. But I think, the gloves are off now. And we're about to go into this deep battle. I think that's why the Pope made his announcement. That in itself should fear people, that he's going to attempt to open the 5 portals under the dome, whatever the hell that all actually means. I don't know, but we do know, and Vatican, the Vault 53, it holds a lot of information. And I think in ways they are actually slowly everywhere disclosing within the battle of what's really going on. So you could actually be right, Randy. Maybe something is on the way to return. Maybe it isn't Planet Nebru. Maybe it's the ones from Serpo that the movie Contact was based upon. Us sending so many people there for so many years and them leaving so many behind for science and technology purposes for us. And if you add up all that information and you really look at, where we have gone from the point in time of that occurrence, if factually true, and Kennedy knew about this. Kennedy did know about this. He says, I don't believe it's all factually true, but if you guys want to put this forward, I'll back you up. Those were his words. So then it takes you into a different kind of like product of information that you just have to digest somehow. And I'm not going to shove it down your throats, but I will tell you this. When What's in the Skies came out 4.5 years ago, it's because it was time for me to start slowly trying to process people in that would be able to validate the information of what you're seeing exactly right now. Okay. Even when I was on live, what was it, Dave? A few weeks ago, I was on live with you and Jen was on. Yep. And I said, oh my God, I got a boner. You wouldn't believe what I'm looking at right now. I don't forget moments.
Okay. TMI.
Okay.
The point is a point.
Calm down, Randy.
The point is a point, brother. No, in all honesty, I am somebody who has tried to expose where we're headed to. And Randy, you want to look up something more fascinating? Because you missed the show that I did with Jerry. Look up Anglo-Saxon Project.
Right. Let's bring Jen into this project tonight. And,
well, so you know what? I was busy watching her smile. So
that's right.
You know what is awesome? As soon as you spoke, Michael, the train went by in this stupid horn. It's not a stupid horn if it means that it's the Michael Anthony horn. As soon as you said 5 years ago or whenever you said I first started talking about this, the train went by and it blew the whistle. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's prophecy. I'm serious. It was awesome. It just happened and thank you. It was good. I think what you're saying is so right on, and I'm shocked at how all these things are falling into place. And it's almost ridiculous. I'm almost getting mad. I'm really mad about the school shooting and the timing and the distractions. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not stupid. We know what's going on and that you guys are nefarious and we're not stupid. So stop. And this, okay, off key or off subject really quick. The drones. Okay, just really quick. It's spraying. Yeah, you get that nasty thing away from my house and you put that in the nation's what is it? The junk drawer. That's what you put there and we'll deal with it later. Area 51, this is getting ridiculous. I kind of think it's from Iran or China, but even if it's from both, we have enough to deal with. Let us get our new president. Let's make money and let's get rid of the dingbat. And then we'll deal with the stupid drone. That's all.
As I said earlier in the beginning, did anyone read that evidently Joe Biden and President Ping of China have signed an extension of 5 years on the agreement between the United States and China that shares science and technology, to which China has been very vocal about saying, yeah, we take United States technology and we incorporate it into basically protecting ourselves.
Yeah.
And obviously he went and did that. Biden went and did that now because it leaves it on Trump. To me, that's another thing that Joe Biden should have had to say, I can't grant you an extension because I won't be the president next month, and the incoming president needs to make that decision. But obviously, because he's in China's back pocket, although we'll never find out because Hunter got pardoned and other people are going to get pardoned. But
the Chinese spies will get pardoned. How ridiculous is that? They have been tried. We know they're Chinese spies and he's pardoning them. How ridiculous is that? We're not stupid. You can't do that, but he is.
Well, I guess the true question is, do you pardon anyone in China who paid $300,000 for a Hunter Biden painting? I mean,
I feel bad. You're right.
I've not seen a Hunter Biden painting that I would pay 300,000 cents for, let alone $300,000. And the other guy who spent $30 million to buy a banana duct taped to a wall so he could eat the banana.
Oh, right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're just getting stupid. And we're getting stupid. I mean, people are getting stupid, and they're getting stupid so close to the fact that Biden is, well, not even Biden. It's whoever is running the Biden administration is all done.
Yeah.
Randy?
I think anyone that I can just imagine, someone paying $100,000 for a painting that Hunter did, taking it home and throwing it into the closet along with the other junk stuff in the closet, the point of it was they did their due diligence by giving this guy money, and of course, and with the indication that when they want a favor done, they'll call on him to get the favor done. But I would think they would have to start coming to an end soon because, with Biden being out of the office, Hunter no longer has access to anything the White House can do as far as power. So anything anybody wants now is going to have to find a new person to start blackmailing to get that access to a White House official to buy more farmland or get more of our technology or something. Um, I just
I certainly hope that we're not under the Trump. They'll have any more farmland. I'm under the hope that President Trump will say, "I'm sorry, but no." As a matter of fact, we're taking back the 400,000 acres that you have, and the 100,000 acres that Bill Gates may own that you're using or not doing anything on. Screw it. No, we're taking it back. It's ours. It should never have been sold to you. We couldn't own 400,000 acres of prime farmland in China. So, no.
isn't that governor of Arkansas doing? She's seizing back the farmland.
I think so. Trying to.
Really? Huckabee?
Yeah.
The daughter of I love it.
Yeah. The daughter of the future ambassador of Israel, Mike Huckabee. I just
awesome.
think of all the people that got in the Trump administration, even Brendan Carr becoming FCC commissioner, I still think the right person for the right job was Mike Huckabee to be ambassador to Israel.
Right.
Now, is Huckabee Jewish by chance?
I don't honestly know. It could be. It could be if they came from a Jewish country coming into the United States. It very well could be. Or I don't believe he is because he's an ordained minister, isn't he, Michael? Mike Huckabee is a pastor. I don't know of what.
In Florida, it's not Jewish.
I don't know what.
I don't know of that.
His ordination is, but yeah, I believe he is a.
It's not Jewish.
He is Jewish.
Oh, he is.
But that doesn't. Okay, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean anything because Pope John Paul II. Pope John Paul II came from Poland. His first name was Karl, and he was in fact born Jewish, and at some point converted to.
Okay. So what I'm trying
to say would allow him to become the Pope.
What I'm trying to say is Huckabee is an old school Christian Zionist with the goal of establishing full Israeli sovereignty over the Gaza and West Bank. So Zionist. Is that Jewish?
It doesn't. It sounds Jewish, but you don't have to be right, and you don't have to be Jewish to support Israel.
No, I understand that. I'm not that dumb, but it says Christian Zionist. Zionist is not Jewish.
Well, Jews for Jesus are Jewish, but
it's good.
They worship your Messiah.
Okay, I'll drop it. Go ahead. Next topic.
That's okay.
Here we go. Now we're
I don't care. Michael Dale Huckabee is an American political commentator and a Baptist. Thank you very much, Dr. Craig Peterson, who is a psychiatrist who actually knows everything. And the son,
that's Michael Anthony.
And the son of a child psychologist who knows everything. And one of these days, I hope to get both both Dr. Huckabee, both Dr. Pattersons on a broadcast. I like to get Craig on anytime he wants to come on because he's just a fun guy and knows a lot. So Craig, I'm glad you passed that information and it kicked in. It is kind of a loose format broadcast tonight because I kind of lost my marbles because of the audio problems at the beginning of the broadcast. I used to say live. It's more fun to watch live technology not work right than it is to watch the broadcast some nights, and so I apologize for that. If you like the broadcast, please make sure you are liking and sharing the broadcast. If you don't like the broadcast, give it a thumbs down and share it and tell everybody why you didn't like the broadcast. My experience over the 6 years that I have been doing Boogie with the Bull broadcasts is that every time someone gives it a thumbs down and says why they didn't like it, more people come and watch it, and it turns out the more people that come and watch it actually like it, or else they wouldn't watch it.
That's great. Yeah. So what is up with these? Go ahead.
Actually, we're Monday, and we're played live in the offices of All Roads Lead to Home Genealogy Services. Randy forces the staff at All Roads to listen to it, and
yeah, that's good.
I send the mic to the mic to Michael Anthony, but it looks like he's on a phone call, and I don't want to interrupt.
He's playing something in the background. I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
I think he's playing.
He'll let us know as soon as he.
That's their entire bet through government bonds.
Who?
It's a very close friend of mine.
It's the same agenda. But you can't say that out here, Nolo, because then you become insane, right? Nobody will listen.
True.
Tell them what's really causing these events to take place. Or
do tell us.
This technology.
You really want to hear it?
We need him to come on and talk for himself.
That ain't going to work like that. You got to understand, a lot of the audience might have heard some of this on Jerry's.
Okay.
I told you to listen to it. It was really important data. If you didn't do it, I don't know what to tell you. You want to hear a little bit of it? Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let me patch this through. Hold on, I'll patch it through. And you're going to think he's going to blow a blood vessel.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I'm almost there.
Good.
Okay.
They don't.
All right, hold on.
They got more skin in the game by manipulating you into buying their junk.
Christmas, but more. Anyway, hold on. Let me do a reset.
Okay. You need that, Ali. You just joined us.
No such luck, people.
Spent a good amount of time laughing at us.
At the same time, all of these individuals claiming that they're for the people, selling everything under the sun while they're broadcasting about these drones. If any of these individuals that you all listen to actually cared about you, your family, your children, or your grandchildren, they wouldn't be trying to sell you coffee, t-shirts, mugs, and a bunch of bullshit. They would be telling you the truth and explaining to you what is actually happening with these drones. That these drones are attached to DARPA directly, to the swarm technology program called WASP.
WASP.
And that ASI technology that runs it, which was deemed Project Alice, is codenamed Maya. It's a highly advanced ASI technology we've been working on since 1976, people. I've literally been posting the information on all of this since 2007. I've given interviews to both William Cooper, Lena Moulton Howe, Art Bell, you name it. Mike from the Disclosing Project, Stephen Greer. I've given information to all these folks. That's how I know they don't care about you or your family at all. If they did, they would actually be putting out the real information to protect you from what is coming. You got the mainstream media right now who's been talking all day. We don't know what this is. We don't know where it's from. We don't know how it's happening. Oh, it's a mass hallucination. Everybody's just hallucinating, saying all these things. And then on top of that, you've got jackasses who are out there making AI videos trying to convince you in a CONTELPRO operation that they're aliens. Stop, people. You got mainstream media organizations that are putting out this baffling bullshit that it's Iran, and they got some mother shit they bought from China off the coast, and they're sending drones into the U.S. Stop, people. We have technology that you all have never even heard of. There's no way you're flying anything in this country without us knowing about it. I don't care if it's the size of a gnat. You got terrestrial radar and scanning systems on the ground that are just as advanced as the ones in space. And you're going to tell me after the funding programs to the Reagan administration and everything else? Romulus, you ain't got to tell me. I was part of it. I was an ISA operations division officer signed to Colonel Robert Adams as part of the NRO operations of the Anglo-Saxon mission. I gave this information directly to everybody in the CT community, including AboveTopSecret.com, the Channy Project, Lunatic Outpost, Godlike Production, IRC, MIRC. I've been posting this shit for 15 years. In detail, not just on Fantasyland. I named names. I told locations. I said when they would release the Bioweapons Engineer Division program that came out 10 years before it happened. I named exactly what country it would come from, how they would blame that country, and what operations would come next, which is exactly what's happening now. And the only differences in the information that I released in 2007 to Bill Ryan is the change between the timeline. Meaning that originally it was supposed to be they were going to utilize Iran and Israel in a minimal nuclear exchange program to force a larger conflict that would draw in China, Russia, and us in the United States. Then to follow that, after the chaos began, then they would release the Bioweapons Engineer program that was released in 2019 in October against the public, and they would blame it on China. The problem is, here's the kicker. They didn't plan on cryptocurrency. They had no plan for decentralized currency. So in 2009, when Bitcoin starts growing and starts gaining legs, you had the International Finance Division who was in charge of funding all this shit through great projects. Everybody calls these black ops. It's not black ops. It never has been. That's a CONTELPRO operation. It's called working in the gray, people.
I'm not going to disclose his name.
Carrying a top secret clearance. Ask anybody that's been involved in intelligence. They'll tell you that. It's an NGO other than operational intelligence that you gain from other organizations that you get Section 2. If this gentleman is claiming to be an intelligence analyst, he should know exactly what I'm saying.
So anyway, that's probably enough, but it's not everything. And if I let you listen to it further, it'll just be more disturbing. And for the comment up there to Jane, I just don't really right now want to divulge that, but he will be on with me. He has been with me before. If you don't watch my shows, you don't know. But this is really good content because he was part of the Group 58. He was doing things with many other countries because the United States controls the countries, no matter how you look at it. He was part of the top of the creme la creme, the elite of who was involved with all the countries who are all doing part of the same projects. And he was in a place in a meeting where he was asked to protect a certain party in London in the 70s, where he was privy to information because of him being there to protect somebody. And he was not allowed in the room. And by that part being disclosed to another party, and I'll give that information out even further, they said, we will get up and leave unless he stays because he is my security and he stays with me by my side.
Wow.
And they allowed it to happen. These 35 individuals of all these other countries, a part of why we're seeing everything we're seeing right now, he was in ways briefed in. And it goes bigger and it gets more, But anyway, the point is this. No, Dave, I would if I could, but that's not where any of this can go.
No, we'll connect dots and let people know where they can go and listen to more if they want to be able to
Well,
listen to more.
I can give you a
That's
nickname, and if you didn't listen to the show, it's not my fault.
Okay.
The Ghost Scientist.
Okay.
TGS. That's
okay.
You want to know who he is? That's him, and he doesn't have long to live. And he's been trying to when he came out as a whistleblower, the train going by scenario, kind of thing. He didn't know that he would get the type of news that he's recently got, and he doesn't have long to live. And he wants now to come out and basically say, "Hey, this is the deal." And he's not worried about the challenges that are going to come.
I understand. I understand. What we'll do is we'll get the date of the American Rebellion broadcast where you and Jerry and others had this conversation. And if you played more of the tape, you played more of the tape. And people can go and people can watch it. And the ones that want to will start to connect their own dots. And the ones that don't, can only lead so many people, so many horses to a trough. You can't force them to drink.
Yeah, but what I will say in his defense,
okay,
he has recordings of every person that he's ever talked to about this information coming forth, where it never benefited, the information never benefited humanity to be told, but it only reflected to their wallets. When people say to Alex Jones, how do you know this shit? Right there. They would have never known it. They would have never spoken about it because they are not prophets. They had somebody the same as I have, and we've been long-term friends, and this is how they got the freaking information.
Okay.
And he was the highest up. I mean, I'm just telling you, but he also had people above him. But he was entrusted to a lot.
I understand. People will only say what they think they are allowed to say or able to say. Sometimes even go off where they're not allowed to. But the only thing I can do is if we are exposing information from someone and people want to know about the person, then the only thing I can do is point them in that direction. They go listen, and if they don't, I can't help them.
Well, I'm about to start putting processes of conversations out to the public. That's going to be happening very shortly. The sad part is right now, I think they know I'm going to do it because I really do believe they listen to me. And that's why I can't interact in any way on any types of right now, even between us guys, unless I come in here through reverse emailing.
Right.
Okay. We'll figure out a way, if it is necessary, we will figure out a way to get a link to you and get you on. I've always done that. I've never denied anybody access to this broadcast if they have a reason to to be here. Anyway, we are looking at 8:27, and that is about 3 minutes before we got to wrap up. So, anybody want to start the closing comments or tell what broadcast they've got coming up, if any, and we can go from there. Apologize that Jen didn't get a lot of time on tonight due to technical problems on her end, technical problems on our end. Michael Anthony, the best way to keep in touch with him is to go to the Michael Anthony Facebook page, become his friend, watch what broadcasts he posts on there, and follow along others that he tells you to follow on. So, Jen?
Hi, guys. I'm so sorry I was late. My time is 2 hours behind you. So when you're here at 7, it's 5 o'clock my time, and I just got done with working, and I just got done serving everyone food, and I'm still late. So I'm sorry, but I'm so happy to be here, and I was happy.
It's okay.
I was thrilled to hear the end of Michael Anthony's time, and that was great. That guy he's referencing sounds so much like Alex Jones, but I know it's not.
Yeah.
So who do you think it is? Because he's full of fascinating information. What do you think, Randy?
I agree with you. He sounds like him. But
Right?
according to Michael, it's not him, so we have to take Michael at his word.
Okay.
I know Dave does not want to identify anybody.
It's not that I don't want. It's not that I don't want to identify anybody. I just don't want to get into the conspiracy theories of who it could be, and who it couldn't be. Okay, there was an American Rebellion broadcast last week where Jerry and Michael Anthony talked about this. I don't know if Michael played portions of today was on that broadcast. I didn't watch that broadcast because that night I was in bed sleeping because I just didn't feel well, and I probably forgot to go and watch the broadcast and bring myself up to date.
Yeah.
And I apologize for that. But maybe the guy who it is watching us. I doubt it, and will come and be a guest here. One can only hope. Anyway, anything else, Jen?
No, yeah. Right now, right before Christmas, let's focus on Christmas because everything else sucks. The news sucks, the media sucks, and the information sucks. So just go with God, go with Christmas. Jesus was born. And I have nothing better to say about what's going on, but Randy does. So please go, Randy. And if you need, oh my gosh, Cyril, if you need a good Christmas gift to give to someone who has everything, you need to contact Randy. He can get your roots down to like what is it, hieroglyphic types? I think you can read hieroglyphics. No, dude, you need to give someone a gift of their family tree. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jen. Always okay. All right. Hold on a second. All right, Jen. Your parachute's on. It's up to you. I apologize. We'll all come back Thursday night, and and
I
and do
won't
it
be
right.
here, but I won't be
Okay.
here. But trust me, if it's you guys are awesome. It'll
Okay.
rock.
Thank you.
You go.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Jen.
Go,
Let's
Randy. Go.
go,
Tell us.
Randy. Go, Randy.
I'm just
Go,
waiting for
Randy.
him. I'm just waiting for him to give stop talking. Yeah, to go on what you're saying. Um, uh, Tina Scott is a regular on between Jerry's show and Dave's show,
Yeah.
and she's one of my clients, and I was working on her family, and she was sharing it with a friend of hers named Destiny Ferris. And it turns out that Tina Scott's grandparents is related to Destiny Ferris, which means then that Tina and Destiny are related, and they never knew it.
And then have
So,
somehow, and they're probably related to you.
Awesome.
And now they know it.
so
No, not.
Destiny, so Destiny's reaching out to me to do her family. She's so excited. So she and I were talking just here a little while ago about what she has to do to get signed up. So that's what's next of mine, and that means my calendar is filled. No more room. I do have. I am working on a broadcast for Tom Vernon's ancestor, Admiral Edward Vernon. It's like his
Okay.
19th great grandfather, so a direct bloodline. But his grandfather was responsible for the dilution of the rum on board the ships. That was a tradition for the sailors to drink because they were always getting drunk. So he's responsible for that. So they gave him the nickname Grog,
Okay.
Grog.
And that
So if
broadcast
you
will
look
be
up,
when?
I'm hoping for this coming Sunday at 7 p.m.
Okay. Okay. And
Awesome.
there will not be a 10 o'clock a.m. tomorrow morning, Wednesday, because I have a doctor's appointment, which I forgot to let everybody know there would not be a 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Maybe Randy will come on and do something at 10 o'clock. I don't know. But
I get to sleep in late. Yay!
there will not be
Awesome.
a 10 a.m. boogie in the morning. Might be something later in the day. I don't know. Watch us all on the American Rebellion downstairs at 7 p.m. on the American Rebellion laundry page. Anyone else have anything else to say?
No, it's
It's my
good. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, and I finally got a Christmas tree, and the cats are leaving it alone. Can you believe that? I got
How'd you
lights.
do
Good.
that?
I don't know. I got lights on it. I got ornaments, and the 7 cats have not touched it.
Is
You
it
sprayed
real
it
or
with
is it
arsenic. No, I'm
is it
kidding.
real?
I'm kidding.
Is it real or is it fake?
No, it's fake. It's a fake.
Well, they
Awesome.
probably know. They probably know it's fake. They don't, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm Jewish. We've never had a. I've never had a Christmas tree except for after I got married, and I honestly don't know. But anyway, anything else anyone has to say? I want to thank everybody who watched tonight, everybody who shared tonight. And if you keep watching, maybe one of these nights we'll get it right. We'll do it without any technical problems or
Good luck on that one.
anything else.
Now, last
Yes.
thing, if you need an emergency Christmas candy to give to your neighbors or anyone, you get a Rolo and okay, you have to put a piece of parchment paper on your cookie sheet. Then you put a Rolo, then you put a pretzel, and then on top of that let that melt, and then you put while it's still hot an M&M on top of it. It is called Rudolph's Nose, and it is the cutest, easiest Christmas cookie and treat you could ever offer anyone, and they're awesome. It's like a Rolo, a pretzel, and an M&M. It's the bomb. That's all.
The bomb. Okay.
It's
Anything
bomb.
else? Anything else? Anyone else? Okay. All right, Jen, I'm going to say goodnight to you. Have a pleasant
Merry
evening.
Christmas.
And we're going to say goodnight to Randy. You have a pleasant evening. And then I'm going to say one more time, I apologize for the technical issues that we had happen. And we'll get it straightened out. I apologize. I don't know. One day my desk mic works and my laptop mic doesn't. The next day my laptop mic works, my desktop mic doesn't, and I don't really know. So we'll get it figured out. But please watch tomorrow night the American Rebellion, 7 p.m. Wednesday, downstairs on the American Rebellion blogger page, over on the American Rebellion Rumble page. I believe on X. I don't remember the profile on X, but if you ask, I'm sure Gary will tell you tomorrow, and you'll be able to watch it there. I got to start writing things down. And, keep important things I need to know on a pad of paper in front of me. Everybody, get busy, finish up your Christmas shopping. Let's see, today is the 17th, so we only have 8 days left. We're in a special year that the rest of the world gets to enjoy Christmas from midnight until sunset. After sunset, Hanukkah, the first night of Hanukkah starts and runs the next 8 days from there. So please be happy. If you go to Christmas parties or other gatherings during this season where you may unintentionally drink too much and not be able to drive yourself home, please don't. Figure out a way to get a ride home and or stay where you can overnight and then get a ride home. But please do not get behind the wheel of a car if you think you're not in any shape to drive. And if you don't think you're in any shape to drive and you drink a lot, then just don't do it. You can always call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a cab if the city that you're in has cabs. Appoint a designated driver and change the designated drivers between the parties that you are that you're going to. And just remember the cardinal rule. Cars can be replaced, people can't. Just be very careful. And if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. And get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. We're moving closer every day to a new president. January 20th, the 47th president of the United States, Donald John Trump. He previously served as the 45th president of the United States, and some of us float the conspiracy theory probably he was the 46th president as well. Anyway, Boogie from Victory, this Boogie with the Bull broadcast is going to come to an end. You've been listening to Boogie with the Bull Uncensored for Tuesday, December 17th, 2024, a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. And